Hi, I'm Jeff Black. I'm from the Boston area. I've been designing games for most of my life. In 2017, my son Josh asked if we could start a company. That's when Little J Games was born. Today we make all kinds of games, but our specialty is making light to medium weight games that families, kids can enjoy playing together. The game we want to show to you today is called Rushmore, Let's Get Rocked. It's a competitive family weight game for 2 to 4 players ages 8 and up, and it plays in about 30 minutes. So let me set the scene. The year is 1925, and you are one of the world's foremost premier stone sculptors. You've been invited to a competition to show off your skills. The winner of the competition will win the contract to sculpt what will someday become the Mount Rushmore National Memorial. Do you have what it takes to win? So, your goal is to construct or to sculpt the best 4x4 tableau of cards that you can, depicting 4 awesome faces. Now there's 2 kinds of cards. There's face cards, which come in 4 types: hair, eyes, noses, and mouths. And each type of feature is ranked in value between 1 and 4. You want the highest value. There are also action cards. Action cards typically allow you to add a cube to one of your faces or to take a cube away from an opponent. Cubes add value to your faces, so they're good to have. Also, prior to the game, players select a hidden agenda card. This is a secret goal that, if you attain it, will earn you some big points at the end of the game. The way it works is every player has 3 cards. The dealer in the first round will keep the last player token, and it gets passed to the left at the end of each round. By turn, you do 3 things. You can play a face card to one of your own faces, or you can play an action card. You then add a card to the kitty, and you draw back up to 3. If you're the last player of the round, you do something a little different. The last player of the round takes the kitty and adds to the common faces. Now let me tell you a little bit about those. The common faces are built by all players in a shared effort. Each turn, players contribute to the kitty, as I said, and then the last player uses one of those cards on the common faces. Action cards can be used on the common faces too. If you play the 4th card onto the common faces and complete one of them, you can take that face and add it to your own tableau, or maybe, if it's not a very valuable face, you could add it to one of your opponent's tableaus. So how do you win? Well, when one player completes all 4 of their faces in their tableau, the scoring commences after the round completes. You add up all the values on the face cards, and you add up all the cubes. You also check to see if you've completed your hidden agenda or any of other bonuses that might have occurred during the game. High score wins. Rushmore has been play-tested by casual gamers and by game designers, including some from the Boston Game Makers Guild. We're going to be demoing it next month at the Kids Con New England in Nashua, New Hampshire, which is on May 19th. We'd love to see you there. Thanks for taking a look at our game. Divided into hair, nose, eyes, nose. This one reminds me of Bill Clinton a little, and lips. And there's all different ones. They are ranked in value from 1 to 4, and your goal is to get the highest value. When one person completes 4 faces, the round completes, and then the game comes to an end. You tally up your scores, and the winner has the high score, as I said. Additionally, everyone's going to have a hidden agenda, just like good Washington, D.C. stuff, hidden agenda. So have 2 or more of repeat features. What that means is some of the hairs are exactly the same, so if you had 2 of the same hair. Have 10 plus value in the jaw, so if you had 4 jaws that added up to 10 across, that would be your hidden agenda. So, and there's a couple of ways that you can add value to your cards or mess with your opponent a little bit. These are called action cards. I won't go into what all of them are here. Most of them allow you to add a cube to one of your faces. One of them allows you to mess with your opponents by inverting one of theirs so that will score 0. So there's a little bit of a take that element, but not too much because it's mostly for kids, and I don't want to make kids cry. You know, it's bad for sales. So.
Good teaching points as a parent.
Making kids cry is bad for sales.
Yeah, drop that down.
That's what's been killing my sales.
Yeah,
that's the only reason we don't do it, right?
That's the thing.
That and two. That and take two.
Just a reminder, because people sometimes forget. Don't forget your hidden agenda. A lot of times people get to the end and say, "Oh, I forgot. I could have had plus 10 for noses." It's funnier when they say it. Once a face is completed in your tableau, it can't be taken from you. For instance, by somebody forcing you to take the common faces. However, any incomplete face could be taken away. And in that case, those cards just go back into the discard pile, and you take the completed common face. So.
Is there only one common face pile?
The common faces, you're going to build 4, just like with the, yeah.
So if I only have a nose and eyes here, I could go ahead
Yeah, go ahead and put one next to it. Good question, yeah. And what that tends to create later in the game is you might have 2 or 3. Nobody wants to be the one to put the 3rd part of the face down, because the 4th part completes it and that person gets to decide what to do with it. But in the end game situations, we find that sometimes you're forced to make that tough choice. So you can use action cards on the common faces as well. All right. So at this point in the game, you would reveal to each other your hidden agendas, and if you've accomplished those agendas,
Jaws.
Have no repeat features.
have no repeat.
Oh, you got the hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
this was a real gift.
You had such a hard
A
one.
10 plus value nose to be accomplished.
No, she has 10.
All right, so you would get
Nice.
the bonus 10 points also for completing your goal there.
Good strategic use of your cube.
I would submit no 2 spiky hairstyles are the same.
This is my co-designer, Josh.
Hi, everybody.
He and I make all kinds of games together. We want to say thanks for having a look at Rushmore. Let's get rocking. We hope to see you at our table someday.